I've used too many smartphones over the years. And syempre, over those years, nag-evolve na rin yung preferences ko when it comes to what I like and what I don't like. It used to be all about hardware, numbers, Antutu score, and as you grow older, your taste become more refined. Na kung saan mas priority mo na talaga yung overall user experience and not those. And that is what this phone gave me, which is the newest flagship phone from Oppo, the Find X9. Pag-usapan natin. Alright, so setting your expectations muna, the Find X series came out globally, but here in the Philippines, guys, isang phone lang yung nilabas, which is the Find X9. So we don't have the Pro, and wala rin tayong X9 Pro photography kit. If you see me having one on this video, it just means review unit lang yon. It's for comparison purposes only, and it doesn't mean meron sa Philippines. Alright, so on this video, we will be focusing on the camera, user experience, which is mainly focused on its UI. Pag-uusapan natin yung bagong ColorOS 16. And of course, a bit of comparison of the X9 to the X9 Pro. So you know what you are getting even if you're not paying for the Pro. So pasensya na if you will be disappointed na hindi sobrang in-depth or full review ng video na to, but I will assure you, you will get a lot. If you will notice, the Find X9 is slightly more compact compared with the Pro, which is obviously larger and heavier. Justifiable naman to because of all the hardware stacked inside. Gladly, both of these phones naman, the Pro and the non-Pro, has the IP66, IP68, and IP69 rating. So yes, hindi yun pinagkait on this phone. Tapos unang naramdaman ko sa phone na to when I first had it like weeks ago, matagal na tong nasa akin guys, is how well balanced it is. Nahawakan ko na yung bagong flagships ng Vivo, even ng Apple, ng Xiaomi. Some of them are very top-heavy. But this phone, balancing-balance lang. I also noticed they went for a simpler look. If you remember the Find X series, previously, par-round talaga yung camera setup niyan. Now, the camera module is on the top left corner. Very familiar, guys. It reminds me of the OnePlus 13. Actually, parang 13 ba yun or 13S? Parang 13S yata. Magkamukha sila. So how do you know if someone has the X9 or the X9 Pro? Yung flash ng X9 guys, nasa loob ng camera setup niya. Yung flash ng X9 Pro, nasa labas. At the same time, of course, the telephoto lens is bigger compared to this na X9 na medyo mas maliit. At the same time, may dedicated camera control po yung 9 Pro na kung saan yung X9 ay wala. So wala tayong any buttons here for the camera. Yun lang siguro, I always wish na magkaroon ng variety in terms of color options. From what I know, there is a pink colorway, both for the 9 Pro and the base X9. Ganda sana, no? Especially for us girls. Siguro, if I were to nitpick before we go straight to the camera, yung USB-C lang niya. Standard version lang siya, which is USB 2.0. It's kinda slow for file transfer. Okay lang naman siya for fast charging. But yes, medyo mababa yun compared to other flagship phones. Now we talk about cameras, which is what this phone is all about. So the X9 guys, meron siyang major imaging upgrade according to the brand. It still has the Hasselblad partnership, but it now has an ultra clarity quad camera that features Sony's LYT-808 flagship sensor. And this is present on its main camera. Ibig sabihin daw nito, it will offer 50% more light intake than its predecessor. Of course, we have the 50 megapixels periscope telephoto and the 50 megapixels ultra-wide lens. Trifecta 50 megapixels siya compared to the X9 Pro na 200 megapixels yung telephoto lens. Since I've tried both, ang hinanap ko lang talaga in terms of the X9 capability is the ability to shoot macro photos using the telephoto lens. Again, present to sa Pro. Now, what I did notice is Oppo really improved how live photos look. Now, it can capture 50 megapixels by default instead of 12 megapixels, meaning with better video zoom and exposure control. There is also now what we call a Lumo Ultra Pixel Fusion engine, enabling guys yung 8K ultra high resolution images by merging 450 megapixel frame preserving detail and dynamic range. Ibig sabihin lang nito, even the default photo mode outputs true 50 megapixel images. Output-wise, makikita nyo naman how good the daytime shots are. It's sharp and vibrant. While yung night scenes naman, it really shows how good the noise control is and how smooth light transitions are. Actually, meron ding bagong tinatawag na neon film style. It recreates, guys, yung cinematic glow na very reminiscent if you know the movie La La Land. That gives that dreamy and nostalgic effect. Perfect to sa mga portrait shots, even sa mga cityscapes. I like it. Even while taking selfies, you can use it. Later, pag-uusapan natin yung iba niyang AI features packed inside doon sa kanyang camera mismo. A bit of performance, pag-usapan natin what I really liked. Aside from all these specs that you need to know, I appreciate that it packs a 7,050 mAh of battery capacity. And Oppo is calling it a glacier battery. Why? Because they were able to fit it on this 7.9mm body. And actually, that is 17% more than its predecessor, which is, again, surprising dahil sa ibang phone, at least, or yung bagong flagship ng Vivo, it depends on the market kung sino yung makakakuha ng malaking battery. Again, not one phone is perfect, but some shine on their own aspect. Katulad na lang nitong Oppo Find X9. And pag sinabi kong makunat talaga, we were able to experience halos 2 araw of usage without even bothering to charge it. Okay, so one of the new things that you can get from the Oppo Find X9 is the ColorOS 16. Although, itong update na to, makukuha mo rin naman to on your older devices, hindi pa lang natin alam kung kailan. Syempre, may mga features na very specific for the flagship devices nila na hindi present sa iba nilang budget, mid-range phones. Again, it depends pa rin yan sa klase ng cellphone na meron ka if makukuha mo lahat ng features na to. Unang-una kong nagustuhan sa ColorOS 16 is the new lock screen themes. Personally, I find them really nice. Just go to settings, home screen, and lock screen, tapos style, and then tap all flux themes. And then boom, andyan na lahat ng mga bago. Meron kayang sleek default ones with smooth animation and depth effect. Meron ding Sublime Grandeur Collection na sobrang elegante with those live wallpapers and aesthetic clocks. Of course, meron din tayong live clock options para sa mga gusto ng motion photo sa loob mismo ng clock. Ang cool nito in fairness and unique. At syempre, kung gusto nyo pa rin bumalik sa old ColorOS look, you can scroll down and tap past collections. Andyan pa rin sila, guys. And ang daming pagpipilian, parang mas upgraded talaga ang customization option with the new ColorOS 16. And then, aside from the usual wallpaper customization, meron na rin bago sa ColorOS 16 that also adds the adaptive icons and folders. It's perfect for those people who really loves tweaking their phone. When you long press, guys, yung app icon mismo natin sa home screen, you'll see this new bounding box with a little handle sa corner wherein you can now drag it horizontally, vertically, or both to create different shapes and sizes. And then habang nasa edit mode ka pa, you can also add gap shortcuts directly to that icon. So for example, we have the camera app. You can pin quick shortcuts to different shooting modes. Or if gusto mo medyo minimalist, just disable them and keep it clean. It leaves you with a larger, unique-looking icon that really stands out. And yes, pwede mo rin to gawin with folders. You can resize it into different shapes na babagay or that will perfectly fit your layout. Okay, so aside from those customization options, meron na rin bagong AI mind space na tinatawag si Oppo. Basically, ito yung all-in-one hub mo wherein you can save anything important. So, how does this work? So, for example, I was scrolling through Instagram and may nakita akong very nice location in Paris. And then a few minutes later, I saw a really good place to eat at in Paris as well sa TikTok. So instead of saving them one by one, I just need to swipe up with 3 fingers. So everything na nasa screen ko doon, even parts na hindi visible, mapupunta yan automatically and be analyzed and saved to the mind space. The best part, the mind space, guys, is directly connected to Google Gemini. So imagine, since papunta rin naman ako ng Paris in a few days, all I need to say is, Gemini, create me a good itinerary for a day with all the saved content in my mind space. And then boom, after a few seconds, it was able to generate a specific itinerary with all those content I saved efficiently without me doing much effort. Actually, not just this, even by just looking at the schedule or event na nakita nyo online, for example, there is this concert happening, Mindspace can even suggest adding it straight to your calendar. So yes, AI Mindspace is probably one of my favorite new feature with the ColorOS 16. Now, let's talk about some AI features. Siyempre, present pa rin yung mga AI erase, AI recompose, AI perfect shot. But what's new is the AI relight. Basically, this will fix yung portrait shots nyo taken sa mga hindi masyado magagandang good lighting conditions. With just one tap, automatically, it will enhance the photo. It will brighten it, improve the highlights, and even add that nice balanced lighting effect. Pwede mo rin i-adjust how strong and how subtle you want it to be. In fairness, yung mga before and after results are impressive. And it retails for 69,999 pesos. Actually, one variant lang yung available in the Philippines, which is the 16 gig of RAM with 512 gig of storage. How about you? What do you think? Personally, I enjoyed using the phone. It could have been better lang talaga siguro if we had the option between the X9 and the X9 Pro na meron ding photography kit, because a lot of people, at least for my viewers, are really looking forward on having their hands on these flagship devices. Anyway, let me know guys if you want me to create a dedicated video about the X9 Pro photography kit, because I would love that. Again, it's your Tag Girl Mary, and see you on our next video. Bye!